I've noticed on this Elantra, it's the latest model 2015, 18. The headlights, this has the xenon lights. When you look the front of the car right now in the garage, but it seems that the light beam, the low beams, not the high beams, the light beam from the settings, from the factory settings, seems to be a little bit too high. When you look at the road, you need to see it maybe 50 yards or so away. You need to see the line on the road. You should not see it really high on the other cars, especially the ones coming from towards you, because you are going to blind them. And I noticed several owners had the same issue. They mentioned the drivers coming or incoming traffic flashing them, even though they have the low beams. So it means the low beams are set from the hot factory on some model, perhaps by mistake, too high. Usually these are checked at the factory, but you know there are sometimes mistakes. So let's just adjust them. I didn't turn off on the engine, just power up. Make sure you can have the key inside the car. Double click to power up the headlights, and then I will just set the left stalk. Usually I will always left it to automatic. When you turn off the engine, when you park the car, the headlights do indeed stay on for about 30 seconds, then they turn off as you lock the car, after you lock the car. So don't be worried, they will turn off, but always leave them auto mode, because otherwise you will be driving the car and you forget to turn them on by night because your dash lights are on, but otherwise the car won't turn on the headlights. So let's just jump right away on the how to adjust this thing. So I'm looking at the engine and just walk a little bit around. I got a piece of chalk. I'm inside my garage. You may just stop in front of a wall. You notice the battery, the low beam unit is this one, close to the side of the car. And you notice, let me just handle the camera a little bit. Right there you have the connector, and underneath there's like a small well with dents. That's the adjusting knob for the headlight. And if you look on the other side, it's perhaps even easier near the coolant reservoir. Again, the same little well right here. And the way to adjust it, just try to adjust the left one. Just work a little bit around here. So that's the knob right there. What I will do, basically you need to check it. It's important actually not to mess with it. Sorry, it's important not to mess with it, not to have it too high away. But right now I'm in front of a wall and I know my lights are a little bit too high, so I'll just grab the chalk like this and just mark it where it's now, just about where you see the line, and then just make another mark just for me right here. Just place a little bit of flashlight so you can see it better. So I will put a second mark, maybe just so I remember which was the factory setting, just for me, just to be sure. The space is a little bit tight, so I'm trying to make it clear on the video. And then you just grab this sort of looks like a bottle cap or something, a beer bottle, a cap of beer bottle. It's weird a little bit, but you can just, it has kind of a, I don't know what is this, it's like a metal piece on it, but just forget about it. Grab the well, but with your fingers a little bit with force, and just turn it. So I'm going to turn it right now a little bit. You notice it turns a little bit tight, but it turns, and let's just see as I turn it how the beam works. So I turn it to the right, and you notice perhaps that it starts to lower. So this is how you adjust it. Now I'm not saying, let me just remember I did do a full, sorry, I need to point the camera properly. So I did do a full turn to the right. I have my small chalk notch right at the top, so let's just go back. I did a full turn and I'm going back to have that mark at the top right there. So right now I'm back with my mark, but this is how you do it. So basically when you rotate it, when you rotate it to the right, I did rotate it a full turn to the right clockwise, and it did drop. Maybe the car is really near the wall, so it's not even 1 meter, maybe 3 feet to the wall, and it did drop by maybe 1 centimeter, half an inch. I would just do that and then drive the car and see how you see the beam ahead of the car again on a dark street. Just look ahead, maybe 50 yards away or something like this. What's important is like really to see this line on the street, so it doesn't project like it should be really high and really pointing really the beam should be going really too far away from the car. Actually, I don't really have a number for this, but you may try to maybe park maybe 50 meters behind another car and see if this line doesn't go higher than the trunk lights of that car, so you don't go into the windshield of that car. That's what it's really important, because the low beam actually are the low beams, they are not the high beams. You should not point to the sky like the high beams do, more or less. So this is how you do it, guys. This is just a left one. Again, try to the light to the clockwise to the right. It will lower the beam light line. To the left, it will rise it. Like like I mentioned, maybe try a full turn to the right, a full turn to the left. Depends how is the light working on your car from the factory, and then do the same on the right side. And that should be it. Let us know in the comments if this helped you. Same again for the right, there's a knob there, the same kind of knob, and it's very easy to work on it. Don't forget to maybe mark it to something else, maybe the chalk. You may erase it with your hands or put a permanent marker or something like this, and remember how many times you turn it on which way, just to have a reference point. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you guys. And indeed, you may be surprised, but I have another car, Volvo, and also from the factory, the beam wasn't really set well and was blinding the other drivers when incoming traffic. So it's good to check it, but again, don't mess with it. Remember this is really important. Don't set it too high like some people do. They set the low beam too high. They think, oh, I will see even better on the road, but at the same time you blind the incoming traffic. That's not cool. That's not safe either. So think of others, and thanks for watching.